What's going on, everybody? All right, XRP world. Listen, I'm gonna play an interview, kind of to explain to you the actual value of an XRP to banks. Okay, look, there are a lot of people out there that they don't like the fact that I talk about XRP, or that they don't like the fact that I started investing in XRP early. Um, I don't know. I guess they don't want to see me win and other people win. I don't care. I'm up. Uh, Eat dick, motherfuckers. But that being said, I'm gonna play an interview here first, and I'll comment afterwards on why the technology in XRP, the protocol, why it's valuable to the big banks, and I'll explain certain things later. I'll break it down.
Um, I'd just like to pick up a little bit on what you were saying, Patrick, about whether or not these technologies enable compliance in a setting where there's trust, which is obviously where my company's focus is, right? So on the banks and financial institutions that do have these regulatory requirements, it's interesting to see that sometimes these open protocols actually make compliance more straightforward and easier. So, like with the Ripple protocol, there's point-to-point settlement with implications, very positive implications for things like the new fee pre-disclosure rules under Dodd-Frank. I honestly don't know how any bank can comply with those rules if they're not using Ripple. I mean, I'm not saying that to
Nothing sells like fear. Just
right. If you don't know in advance where the payment is going and what fees are going to be added to it before the recipient gets it, it's extremely hard to comply with pre-disclosure. And my understanding is that what banks are doing in order to comply is just raising their fees so that there's a cushion, so that they don't get caught under disclosing the fee, which is really the opposite result of what everyone was hoping for with that regulation. So the banks that we're seeing that are integrating the Ripple protocol are really excited about the fact that because the settlement is point to point, they can pre-confirm what the fees will be and disclose it to their customers in advance.
Okay, so here's the deal. The banks have to disclose the, for lack of a better word, like gas fees, the cost of the transfer. They can't technically do that in advance the way they're supposed to, because they don't know how many entities are going to be involved currently right now between the settlement from, let's say, me sending money to you. So what they do is they kind of like guesstimate and they put a large amount there. But that there is costly for me and it's costly for the banks if they guesstimate it wrong. Because there's too many cast of characters in between money getting from point A to point B, from me to you. With XRP Ripple, okay, with that protocol, since the money goes directly from bank to bank and nobody in between, and it's already predetermined what the fee is going to be, they can comply and they can say, well, this is the transfer fee. They don't have to go up and beyond. You may think that's not a big deal, but think about a major bank slash institution that has to move money back and forth daily, several times a day. How much money is eaten up just on over guesstimating fees? Now you're understanding the value of point-to-point settlement over borders using XRP. XRP is not one of those coins where people just go, I like the coin, yeah, I have a feeling it's going to go up. Hold. Listen to me. That thing is a protocol that the banks have to use whether they like it or not. That's why everybody's signing up and doing the whole thing, whatever. All the implementation is done. So, like I said, for the people that don't like me talking about XRP, tough. I got a stack of money in it, and it's going to be great. It's not Wall Street. It's not a meme stock. There's the powers that be need this to work for them. And I love the fact that now the people in XRP, we're not fighting them, we are them. So for people who are on YouTube that make $30 a month and try to act like experts in this field. I'm like, well, fuck yourself. I'll be honest with you. In the 90s, late 90s and early 2000s, up to 2002, the idea of moving money outside the traditional banking established lines, like, you know, the way the SWIFT is still there. I'll talk about SWIFT in a second, because even SWIFT is having to adopt our beloved coin. But here's the thing about it. We saw it back then. We saw if banks can deal direct, it would be an amazing thing, but they needed their own separate, what's the best way I could describe it? Well, for lack of a better word, their own separate exchange where they can deal with each other directly instead of having to go to all these middlemen, the Fed and everything else like that. But we weren't there yet. We also saw that peer-to-peer was the future. What Elon's about to do right now with X, people moving money back and forth to each other without an in-between, and Cash App is not to each other. That's an in-between. That future through Web3 is here. So for people who doubt the value of XRP, please understand the powers that be, the major financial institutions, the banks, they understand it clearly. They're not talking to you about it because they don't give two fucks about you or me. They're just doing their thing because it benefits them. So if you have the coin, you benefit. It's gonna be funny when this thing goes into the hundreds and so on. Now I'll probably have, I don't know, a fishing channel by then, a cooking channel, just to crack jokes to you guys. I guess people want to make an investment and get paid out in the same day. If I was to sell my XRP today, I will be up several thousand. And that's not what I'm doing, because obviously I want more money out of it. But the idea that there are people out there, no, it's bad, and this, what are they going to say when the thing goes up? You know, AMC went up to 72. AMC could have gone up to hundreds. But the problem is, we had the company working with other people against us in order for them to make their money. See, that's not happening in XRP. It's not. It's not even a stock. It's not the stock market. It has nothing to do with it. This is like we went into real estate. It has nothing to do. So these people out there with these stupid channels saying stupid things about things they don't even know. It's like, my God, you're hearing people in the banking world talking about the fact that this is going to reduce their costs for operating on a daily basis. Facts, motherfuckers. Facts. X-Force.